Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League with FPL Wizard. I hope you're all fine. I hope you're all having fun. FPL is coming closer, guys, and I hope our teams are ready. And just because of that, today we are having a special stream in which we are going to have a look at players in every price position. According to their price, we're going to find out all the best players and we're going to talk about FPL, guys. So I welcome you all to the live stream. I hope you can hear me crisp and clear and loud. Welcome Buckshot. Welcome Mathea. Buckshot says, what does this banner next to my name mean? Yeah, it just means that you are a moderator of the channel now, Buckshot. So you have some kind of special powers, if you can call it that. Yeah, it's just to moderate the chat and stuff, so the stream can go smoothly. Yeah, so I hope you can all hear me clearly. I hope FPL Beer is here, so I welcome you to the stream, FPL Beer. I hope you're fine. So this is kind of a different stream, guys. This is not going to be a rate my team kind of stuff. This is going to be different. We're just gonna find out players, like starting from 4 million, we're gonna go up to 12 million. We're gonna find all the players that are kind of, the best in every price category. So excuse me, okay, so the Buckshot says the sound is clear. I don't know why I keep having a problem with this chat box. For some reason, guys, it just refuses to show up. Whenever I'm live streaming, it just refuses to show up, the blue box in the chat. So just give me a second. Let me fix it and let me post the link to the, to Twitter of the live stream. And then we can get started. I'm so sorry for keeping you guys. And I'm just gonna set this in a second so that we don't have to. Hey Peter Cruz, welcome to the live stream. So yeah, so the sound is all fine. Yeah, with about the sound, guys, I've got this new sound setup. I was not satisfied with the last setup that I had about my sound, so I changed it, and now I have a whole new big setup with preamp and all that stuff. So I hope that I won't have to shout on the top of my voice in order to be heard now. So yeah, that's kind of it. Just a second. I have to fix this chat before we get started, because last time also it was giving me problems. It just keeps bugging me, guys. So I apologize for that. But I have to get this fixed, guys. Just a second, then we'll get started. I'm sorry if you can. I'm not even sure what you can see on the screen anymore. But just give me a sec, and it will be fixed, hopefully. There you go. I'm not really good with these things, guys. So animations is a different story, but these things is a different story. So yeah, I hope it is fixed. So sure anymore, but okay. Anyways, I guess there you go. There you go. See, guys, I managed to fix the chat. Right, guys. Now we can get started finally. So we have Mathea says sound is clear, no worries. Rohan is here. Hey Rohan, welcome to the live stream. Smelly Rabbit is here. Welcome to the live stream. Patrick Molloy is here. So I welcome you all to the live stream. I'm really thankful for you to be here. And alright, guys. So today is we're gonna get started now. So guys, what's the rule gonna be today? And I am not gonna be giving my information to you guys. Today is more like a discussion thing. We have to find out the best players for every price category. That means, let's take an example. Let's take 5.5 million for example. So we're not gonna say that we're gonna find the best defender for 5.5 million or midfielder or forward. So we just have to find the best value player for that price range in it. So let's say you think that Kasper Schmeichel is the best 5.5 million player. So that's going to be the locked position for 5.5. So we're not going to do it for all different positions. That was going to take a lot of time. So we are only going to do it for, we're going to consider all the positions, and then we're going to bring out the best player in every price range. So I hope I've got the rules clear, guys, so we can get started. Okay. So guys, first let's start with the 4 million player in it. So which 4 million player out of the entire FPL? Of course, there are no 4.5 million forwards or midfielders, so you have to stick with the defenders and keepers. So which 4 million player do you think over the season is going to score the maximum amount of points, friends? Please give me replies, and we're gonna collaborate the replies, and we're gonna come to a good conclusion. Abdi Kafi Eden says, welcome back, bro. I welcome you to the live stream. It's nice having you here. So friends, 4 million. FPL Beer says Ferguson from Palace. Peter Cruz says Ferguson from Palace. Patrick says Ferguson. Peter says boring but true. Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, that's right. So we've got lots of replies with Ferguson. Rohan says Ferguson. Guys, there's everybody's saying Ferguson. So I guess at 4 million, you guys don't see any other better option. I'll give you a few suggestions. What about Nyland of Aston Villa? You think he's going to start? If he starts, he could be a keeper for Aston Villa, right? They have not signed any keeper yet. I mean, they're possibly going for Emi Martinez of Arsenal, but that's not fixed yet, right? So it could be a good shout. Nyland as well. Landon says Mitchell. Matthias says Ferguson. Hey Landon, welcome to the live stream. Hey Sumesh, welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate all of you coming to the live stream here. FPL Bear says he may start, but once tomorrow Heaton is fit, Heaton will start. That's true. If Heaton is fit, he'll start. Landon says Boer from Wolves. Peter Cruz says Nyland is a maybe. Ferguson is kind of nailed, but Ferguson is also injured. So that's the thing that we need to kind of keep in mind. But yeah, over the season, we're talking about over the season, guys. Which 4 million player is going to get the maximum amount of points, right? So in my opinion, let's have a look at some of the 4 million players, right? And then we can move on. There you go. So 4 million, we get Jet Steer, Nyland, Walton, of course, as the second choice. Peacock Farrell. All these keepers, they're not going to play, so no need to talk about them, right? So in defenders, guys, we've got Amartey from Leicester. We've got Branthwaite from Everton, who played in the preseason. We've got Mitchell from Crystal Palace, who's been starting at left back. He has started all the preseason games. Just 4 million, guys. Excuse me. So he started all the games. So Mitchell could be a decent shout, right? I had one in mind. So we got a shout for Boer as well. Ben Johnson was in a lot of people's drafts, but after that, after he got subbed off in preseason after 26 minutes, after West Ham conceded 2 goals, I think he's not. Ben Johnson is not an option anymore for everybody. So guys, there's not much to choose between. I guess this is not the most interesting category. Let's move on, and let's get a move on. So Ferguson, you say, right? Let's see how long the game says he's injured for. It's an unknown return date. It's a knee injury, guys. So we need to consider that. Let's, I guess, in my opinion, I think, until Patrick Van Aanholt comes back, I think Mitchell could be a decent 4 million option, because he's going to start. So in my opinion, that's my opinion. I think Mitchell is a decent 4 million option. Let me know what you think about it. Landon says won't Steer start over Nyland. We're not sure about Steer. Yes, last season when Heaton got injured, the first player that came in place of him was Jet Steer, but he got injured in the same match, and then Nyland got his chance and he's taken it with both hands. So I think Smith is going to go with Nyland. Right. So my call is Mitchell, but since we've got so many calls for Ferguson, I think we should leave him because he's injured and we do not know that when he's going to come back. But I agree with all of you. Ferguson and Mitchell are both good options, right? So let's keep it with the Ferguson for now, right? Over the season, let's say Ferguson is going to get the maximum amount of points, right? So just hang on, let me put Ferguson here and we can go forward. The interesting categories are still to come, guys. This is the most boring category that we started with, right? So yeah, the Ferguson, right? By the way, some new people might come to the stream and think, oh my god, look at his team. This guy doesn't know anything about FPL. Anyways, so guys, now the next category is the 4.5 million one, and it is very interesting because, you know, you've got 4.5 million everywhere. You've got strikers, you've got midfielders, you've got defenders, and you've got 4.5 million keepers essentially, right? So in my opinion, we should not be discussing the forwards until and unless Ryan Brewster of Liverpool gets a move to another club like Sheffield United or some else club. I don't think there is any decent 4.5 million option for forwards, guys. What do you think? 4.5 million, all the players, any position, no problems. Just 4.5 million. What do you think? So the game is showing me Webster at number 1, guys. Can you imagine having Webster in your team? Okay. Peter says 4.5 million is McCarthy. Buckshot says agreed. FPL Bear says Walker Peters. So guys, we're looking at a player at 4.5 million who's going to score the maximum amount of points. Matthias says Walker Peters. Clear for me if nailed. Alright. So we've got a couple of shouts for Walker Peters. In my opinion, let's have a look at some of the players. I like Charlie Taylor of Burnley at 4.5 million. I think he's a sure starter, and you know, Burnley kept 15 clean sheets last season. Although it might not be that high, but at 4.5 million, in my opinion, I think Charlie Taylor is a really good shout. And then moving on, I think Jamal Lascelles is a decent shout. Although he didn't get many points last season, but he was injured as well. Newcastle have signed what's the name of that defender? Today they've signed a guy from Norwich. I can't remember his name. I think he was added to the game, so let me... his price was revealed. He hasn't been added to the game. It was a left back, right? I just can't remember his name, but Newcastle signed him today, so he could be a decent shout as well, guys. Keep him in mind. He's a very attacking player, and they signed him today, so he could be a good shout. So Lascelles, right? We've got Lascelles, and we've got just a second. All teams. Yeah, there you go. So 4.5 million. We've got Lascelles. We've got Charlie Taylor. That's a decent shout. Matt Lowton, guys. Any takers for Matt Lowton? Yeah, Avishka says Jamal Lewis. That's the guy, Lewis. That's true. Sorry, I just couldn't get it in my mind. Gossip. Welcome to the stream, guys. Desmond, welcome to the stream. Avishka, I welcome you all. I think the Leeds goalie also. So guys, we're ignoring the goalkeepers, right? So Charlie Taylor from defenders is a good shout, but what about the keepers, guys? I think there's really decent. Look, all the keepers here, they got like Ryan 135 points and McCarthy 104 points. None of the defenders comes close to replicating the same amount of points as a 4.5 million goalkeeper. So do you think this position should go to a goalkeeper? Let's do both, right? I think that would be more justified. Let's do one goalkeeper and let's do one defender. I don't think any midfielder is worth considering at 4.5 if we are talking about the best players. But yeah, definitely I think we can go with one defender and one keeper. So in defenders, I think if you ask my pick, guys, according to me, I think Charlie Taylor is a decent pick. Although he's not attacking, but I would like to, like everybody had, like there was everybody's favorite was Ruben Vinagre, but nowadays, since Wolves have signed this Marcal guy, Fernando Marcal, nobody's talking about Ruben Vinagre. But you need to be you need to understand that Wolves don't have a right back at the moment, right? They sold Doherty, and now they don't have any right backs, guys. Like, so I think Vinagre can play. I think Vinagre can still play. So, we need to consider Ruben Vinagre at 4.5, right? He is not up there in the points because he didn't play much, because Johnny was the left back of choice, but now he's injured, guys. So Ruben Vinagre could be a decent shout. What do you think? So, Alzate. Patrick says Alzate. Yeah, Alzate is good, but according to me, I think in defense you can get better options than Alzate, Patrick. So if you ask my options of choice, it would be Charlie Taylor and Alex McCarthy of Southampton. That's who I would pick. Last season, Sheffield defenders were 4.5 million. Yeah, there was Egan, and there was what was his name, Basham, who scored. I'm not sure if they scored more than the keepers, but I think they scored pretty close to them. Let's check, guys. Let's have a look. How many points did you score last season, Egan? So yeah, 133, right? Ryan got 135, so it's pretty even, right? So yeah, that's a very valid point from Peter. He says there were like 2 Sheffield United defenders who actually scored almost same points as Ryan. So yeah, there are rumors that Vinagre may be leaving, but we need to watch that space. That's true, but I don't think they need to transfer out Vinagre. But if he leaves, then of course we can move to that. And Pope was that's an awesome shout by Peter. He says Pope was 168 and was 4.5 million. That is, guys, Nick Pope was an amazing buy last season, but unfortunately, I think if he was 5 million, we could have gone with him this season. But at 5.5, I think FPL have priced him out a little bit, right? So all right, let's move on, guys. So Gossip says, what about William Saliba? Are we sure he's going to start? I know David Luiz is injured for a couple of games, but we are not sure that he's going to start, and that is my biggest problem with William Saliba. And he's kind of an unproven quantity in the Premier League. I think we should be going for somebody who's, more proven. So a lot of good shouts, guys. Walker Peters. Lister says Walker Peters couldn't be a good choice. Meslier, the one with the big head, could hit 150 points, I think. So we've got, like, in keepers, let's segregate, guys. In defenders, we've got 3 or 4 options. Let's choose one and move on. We've got Ruben Vinagre, we've got Charlie Taylor, we've got one of the Newcastle defenders at 4.5. It could be Jamal Lewis, it could be Jamal Lascelles. So, 4.5 million Newcastle, Ruben Vinagre, we've got Kyle Walker-Peters, and we've got Charlie Taylor. Which one would you select? Justin, guys, that's another one. James Justin of Leicester could be a very decent choice at 4.5. Thomas as well. Thomas, the Leicester left back, who they're looking to replace Ben Chilwell with. And then they've got Castagne, but I'm not sure where he's going to play, right or left. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but I think James Justin is a really good shout. So guys, let's take a quick pick. Charlie Taylor, Ruben Vinagre, 4.5 million Newcastle defender, and Kyle Walker-Peters and James Justin. I'll tell you my choice. Taylor will back some points, those Pope clean sheet points, right? Walker-Peters. Spelt says I'm going to have Walker-Peters, Lascelles, Vinagre, so he's going with the 3 of the ones that we have chosen. See, guys, this is the point of this discussion. Like, we are talking about 4.5 million defenders, and we've already shortlisted like 4 or 5, which you can use for your teams, right? So this is the entire point of having this live stream and discussing this. I hope you're having fun, guys. I hope I'm not dragging these points on too much. I hope you're having fun. Please give me your feedback. I can change the speed. I can hurry up and I can slow down, just however you feel like. Please do give me your feedback. Give me a sec. I'll have a drink of water. Alrighty. So Taylor will back some points. Walker-Peters. What about Chelsea and Spurs? FPL gossip: Chelsea and Spurs have no defenders in that category. Alright. So let's go with Charlie Taylor for now, guys. Although all of them are good shouts, but we need to get a move on. Let's go with Charlie Taylor. And we have some decent options in Kyle Walker-Peters, Ruben Vinagre, and a couple of Newcastle defenders, and James Justin. The reason why I'm not putting in James Justin, although he plays for a much better team in Leicester, I think James Justin can be kind of rotated when Pereira comes back. And Pereira is close to full fitness. He's training, he's running on the treadmill and stuff. So James Justin can be a short-term pick. We're talking about the entire season, guys. So that's the reason I picked Charlie Taylor. Let's about the keepers, guys. We don't have too many options in 4.5 million bracket, and which is a little bit of a bummer, because this is the one in which everybody wants to select their keepers, and there are not many options. So McCarthy, we've got Ryan, we've got the West Brom keeper, Johnston. We've got the two Leeds keepers, Meslier and Cassia. So there's lots of options here. Peter says 4.5 million goalie is Meslier in my opinion. Buckshot says interesting, Maitland-Niles might be going to Wolves again. I can tell you that the move of Maitland-Niles to Wolves has been kind of called off, because I think Arteta likes Maitland-Niles and he wants to keep him. Until and unless they bid a lot more than 15 million, I don't think Maitland-Niles is going to be going to Wolves, guys. So, of course, we forgot to discuss the 4.5 million Eiling and Dallas, guys. I think we need to reconsider a little bit this discussion. Those two Leeds defenders, I think we forgot to consider them. I think they can, if Leeds does well in the Premier League, which I think they will. They've got a really good coach in Marcelo Bielsa. I think these defenders, guys, nobody's considering them right now. You know why? Because they don't have a good starting fixture. But over the season, I think they can do pretty well. Eiling and Dallas. So we've got more choice, guys. I think Dallas is the best pick out of the lot. The reason being, Dallas is a midfielder turned into a defender, right? So guys, this is a really good shout. We didn't discuss these players, so now we've got like Ruben Vinagre, Charlie Taylor, Eiling, Dallas, a couple of Newcastle United defenders in Lascelles and Jamal Lewis, and then we've got James Justin as well. So you see how many beautiful 4.5 million options cropped up when we started discussing this. That's a pretty decent shout. So which one should we go with? I think Dallas is a decent shout. But it's still an unproven quantity in the Premier League, so we're not sure about it. So I'll give Dallas a shout, but I'll still like to go with Charlie Taylor. I think he can get 100 points, and 100 points for a 4.5 million defender. I think it's justified, my friends. So for now, let's put Charlie Taylor. Yeah, Peter Cruz says Taylor has nearly zero attacking threat. That's a very beautiful story from last season. I thought the same, guys. I thought Charlie Taylor is never going to get an assist or a goal. And for the only game week of the season I took him out for, that guy got an assist, and he got a clean sheet, and he got 12 points, and I was left with an egg on my face just because of that, right? There was another story with Chilwell, but let's not talk about those. Okay. So, yeah, that's true. He doesn't have an attacking threat, but in my opinion, he was going to score 100 points this season. Maybe around 100 points. So yeah, that's kind of it. So about the keeper, guys, we can think about Meslier. I think he's a pretty good shout. If Leeds don't buy another keeper, I think Meslier is a good shout. Leeds kept the most amount of clean sheets among the promoted teams, so I think it's a pretty good shout, right? Let's not go with Dallas and Meslier. I think we can go with this Meslier as well. But I also think that McCarthy is a good option. The only thing I have a little bit of doubt about McCarthy is that for the other keeper, Forster, I think he's coming back to fitness as well. So there might be later on in the season, there might be a risk of rotation. But in my opinion, I think McCarthy and Taylor. Okay, so the shouts to all these 4.5 million defenders, but I think McCarthy is good. Peter says Peter's got way more in much less game time. That's true, guys, but Kyle Walker-Peters has 3 assists in 1 game for Tottenham, and that's it. That's all he has in the Premier League in terms of attack. So, Kyle Walker-Peters is a good shout. Don't get me wrong. I just need to see a little bit more from him before I can actually say he's going to get the maximum amount of points from the 4.5 million defenders. So, all right. So the shout goes to all these defenders, but I'm going to go with Charlie Taylor and going to go with McCarthy. FPL gossip says who starts, Meslier or Cassia? I think Meslier is going to start Peter Cruz says Lamptey could be a 120-point defender also. Guys, these options are just cropping up. Why are we looking at expensive defenders, right? when we could get so many good defenders for 4.5 million, right? While looking at other people. But yeah, the difference between Lamptey and Charlie Taylor is he's a very attacking right back. He's going to go forward. But do you think Brighton is going to keep as many clean sheets as Burnley? I think they're going to be less clean sheets for Brighton as compared to Burnley. That is the reason why I did not choose Lamptey. So, that's... Peter Cruz says, I think Meslier will outscore McCarthy. Yeah, that could be, this is a very close competition, right? You could go with Meslier. Let's just for the time being, let's put on Meslier, and let's put Charlie Taylor here. And not saying they're the best, but they're like right up there, both of them. And we're gonna come back and consider them, my friends. So we need to get a move on. 5 million. This is a very interesting price range because you got Thomas Souček in midfield. You got you got more players in midfield as well, which are 5 million. So what do you think? You got keepers, guys. Aaron Ramsdale. What do you think about Aaron Ramsdale? And after this, we're not going to be choosing any keeper or defender. We're just going to be keeping it down to 1 player. So let's get a move on. 5 million. Gav and Stu says, is Burr an option? I think Burr is not an option. I think he's going to be on the bench. So that's my opinion about Burr. Let's see what happens in the press conferences. I'll keep you updated if in case we think Burr is going to start. 4 million. What's wrong with keeping him in our team if he's going to start, fellas? Matthias says, is Taylor nailed? He did not play all the games last season. Matthias, the only games he did not play last season was the ones he was injured in. If he is fit, he's going to play. Okay, so that's like Charlie Taylor is nailed on. The only problem with Taylor is he doesn't get attacking returns. All right, moving on to you missed Danforth before Burr. All right, I'm sorry. I might have missed Vinagre, Justin, Kyle Walker-Peters. I'm really confused. Danforth, we're gonna take the questions some other time. Let's move on. In my opinion, out of these 3, I'm going to go with Ruben Vinagre if he stays at Wolves. All right. So 5 million, guys. 5 million. That we are moving on. We got a better price category. We've got more players. See, we've got, in my opinion, Aaron Ramsdale, really good shout. Jordan Pickford, not a good keeper for England, possibly a decent keeper for Everton, 117 points last season. Bernd Leno could be a decent option as well, guys, with Arteta coming to Arsenal, improving their defense. Bernd Leno could be a very good shout. Ariza Balaga, I don't think he's going to play this season because let's have a look at the goalkeepers first, and then we'll move to the defenders and midfielders. So in the keepers, we've got some really decent options. Ramsdale was playing for a Bournemouth team who got relegated. He still got 126 points, guys. Could be a really, really good shout for a 5 million keeper. In my opinion, if I had to buy a keeper for 5 million, it would be Aaron Ramsdale. That's my opinion. FPL Bear says Ramsdale or Souček. Usman says get Leno. Yeah, both are good options, guys. As I already said, 4 million who will start game week 1 says 8 facts. Mitchell is going to start in game week 1. That is the only 4 million player which I think is going to start. There could be more, but I think Mitchell is a good shout. Buckshot says I like Leno. Callan Trafford says is Adama Traore worth it? He may be playing right wing back. He's a little bit more expensive, guys. So we're talking about 5 million midfielders and keepers. All right, we have to find out the best 5 million player who's going to score the maximum amount of points over the season, right? So Yeah. Soman Roy Chaudhary is here. Welcome, Soman. I'm glad you could make the live stream. Last time around, he's wrote me a message. He said you live streamed too late, so I'm so glad you could make it. I welcome you to the live stream. All right, guys. So in my opinion, I'll just I'll lock Aaron Ramsdale, but the other options which you can consider in the same price range is Bern Leno. I think is a really good shout. But in my opinion, I think Sheffield United keeper Aaron Ramsdale should take this place in the keepers. What about an outfield player, friends? 5 million. Let me tell you the options, and then you tell me which one do you want to select, right? The options are Thomas Suchek, Egan, guys, Sheffield United defenders, Basham, Egan, O'Connell. Look at how many points they got. Lewis Dunk, 5 million, 128 points. You've got some really decent options at 5 million in defense, right? And defense is the place where you've got the maximum value. That's what I would like to believe. And I think the highest scoring player in the 5 million category is going to be from either it's going to be a goalkeeper, and I'm sure it's going to be a goalkeeper, or it's going to be a defender. It's not going to be a forward. I can assure you that, or a midfielder even. So I think we should, although we can think about Suchek, but I think we should restrict ourselves to defenders first. So which one, guys? Which one do you think? Reece James is a really good shout. Dem says, do you have any cash mini league? Dem, I don't have any cash mini league, but I have a mini league in which there's a prize at the end. You get your favorite Premier League jersey. So if you're interested, I would definitely welcome you. The league code is in the description. So Egan, guys, right? I've got a couple of shouts for Egan. I've got Reece James. So how nailed is Reece James, friends? That's a big question for me. If Reece James is nailed, I think he's a set and forget. If he starts every game, I think the Chelsea team is so strong. I think they're going to be going for the title this season, and I think Reece James is a really good shout, right? So Danforth David says Doherty, Trent, Kyle Walker-Peters is a good defense. Yeah, I think they're all good shouts, David. No problems with them. McTiger says Fernandes is a good choice at 5 million. I think there can be more defenders who can score more than Fernandes, but it's a good shout, McTiger. I agree with you. Gossip says, what about Davies from Tottenham? I think that's a really good shout. Eric Dyer is a good one as well. FPL Bear says, I think Azpilicueta and Reece James will rotate. Yeah, that's the only thing I have I have against Reece James, guys. If I knew that he's nailed on, I would just say let's move on. 5 million Chelsea right back. Let's go. Usman says, say if I win the league, how will you transport the jersey to me? I'm just going to order it online for you, my friend. Don't worry about it. You will get the jersey. You can get it. Natalie Davis says Dunk is the best option. Natalie, I think Dunk is a good option. I would not go so far as to say he's the best. Soman Lamptey is 4.5, so we're not considering 4.5 ones. We have already talked about them, so we're considering only 5 million. Peter says Dunk will do well again. Yeah, I'm sure Dunk could do well again, but right now we need to focus on the player who's going to be the most point scorer in this range. Egan could be a decent shout, but since we got Aaron Ramsdale, let's go for somebody else. I don't want to go with Dunk. What about Manchester United defenders, guys? Luke Shaw, Victor Lindelof, even Roman Saiz. What do you think about these options? Let's discuss these options and let's get to a decision quick. What about Ben White, says Tenzin? I think Ben White is a decent option. He played for which team did he play for last season? Was it Leeds? I think Ben White. He was on loan at Leeds, right? I think I'm not sure if he's going to play or not, but I think he's a decent option. But he's 4.5, so we need to move on. Usman, I'm focusing on the topic on which we are talking about, my friend. So right now I'm not talking about Salah and Mane. Let me get to the 12 million price range. I'll give you all the answers about Salah and Mane. Bradley says, what's your latest team? Your latest draft on YouTube is awesome. Great content. Thank you, Bradley. I welcome you to the live stream. I'm glad you like it. And there's going to be lots of more content, guys. So if you haven't, please click subscribe and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be lots of live content this season. Soman says, Ryan Bertrand. That's a different one, guys. Nobody has mentioned Ryan Bertrand, so it could be interesting. You know, Ryan Bertrand. Size is a better option because Cody gets nowhere near to the box. Guys, do you know how many, what is the expected goals for Conor Cody? Somebody mentioned it on Twitter today. I don't remember his name. It is the same as Rui Patricio. That's 0. Conor Cody is not going to score a goal, not going to get an assist. So at 5 million, he's a no-go. Tarkovsky is 5.5. So Natalie, currently we're just working on selecting the best players in each position. So let's stay focused on that. I'll definitely show you my team. I'll post a video tomorrow with my team, so you're gonna get my team. All right, so 5 million options, my friends. Markal says Bradley. Soman says Egan or Dunk. All right, so in my opinion, guys, I'll give you my opinion. We'll lock it, and we'll leave it here, but we can come back and revisit that sometime else, right? So Egan, Dunk, Basham. These 3 are good. I mean, Luke Shaw is a good shout, right? He's not showing up in the because he was injured last season. Guys, if he's fit, what do you think about Luke Shaw? I think Luke Shaw could be a decent shout as well, But since we already have a Sheffield United player in Aaron Ramsdale, let's not go with Egan or Basham. But guys, you know that these are the options, right? The reason why we are discussing this is not to get to a single player. The reason why we are discussing is to shortlist and basically bring down the list of players to only a few. So now we know that at 5 million we have these options: Egan, Dunk. A really good shout was Roman Saiz, and we've got Luke Shaw as well. So these are all good shouts, and Thomas Souček from midfield. So in my opinion, I mean, I'm not sure how Sheffield is going to play this season, but in my opinion, I think Dunk or Egan should be it. Peter says, can we go faster? That's true, man. I'm sorry. Let's go faster. Dem says, I like Luke Shaw, but he's always injured. That's true. All right. So let's just I'd say let's go with Dunk since we didn't select Lamptey. But guys, Egan and Dunk are really hand in hand. Let's see how they play, but both are good shouts, right? So when you're considering for your team, consider both of them. Usman Salah. That's my answer for you, my friend. Salah, right? Okay. Let's move on to the next category, guys. 5.5. Getting more interesting, my friends. 5.5 is like a really jam-packed one. You've got strikers like Bamford. You've got midfield. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. In the midfield, I think Ben Davies is the better option. I'm sorry, I have him in my team as well. I just forgot to kind of mention it here. So yeah, let's go with Ben Davies for now. I'm sorry, I made a mistake here. Okay, so at 5.5, FPL Bear says Pope and Chilwell, right? Pope and Chilwell are both good shouts. I think if Chilwell, guys, Chelsea player, left back, nailed on to start, 12 million. What's not to like about Ben Chilwell? That he's injured. I think he's training. I think he's fine. If he was fit, guys, one position would be nailed. Ben Chilwell was nailed. Peter Cruz says Davis was mentioned about 5 times. I know what you mean, Peter, but I think Davis is going to get the maximum amount of points, right? So you're right. I agree with you. Tierney, guys. Tierney is a really decent shout. What do you think about Kieran Tierney? I think he is going to have a breakout season. At 5 million, I forgot to mention Hector Bellerin. If he stays at Arsenal, at 5 million, Hector Bellerin could be a very good shout as well. So moving on to 5.5. Peter says if Ake is nailed, 5.5 million, he's the best option. Yes, I think I agree with Peter. If Nathan Ake was nailed, and we knew he was nailed, but since there are like talks about Kalidou Koulibaly coming to Manchester City, Ake could not be nailed. He could get rotated and stuff. So I think I think Nathan Ake is a very decent shout, right? But not nailed on. So at the moment, so we'll see about that. So Chilwell, guys, maximum points or Kieran Tierney? Which one would you select? I would say at 5.5 million. I think somebody say FPL Bear says Aaron Van Bissaka. Sumesh says Aaron Van Bissaka. That he got the most clean sheets. I agree with you. If Patrick, we're not making a team here. We're just selecting the player for every position. So this is not a team. This is just, this is a different kind of a stream in which we're selecting the best player for every position, right? So this is not my team. This is not anybody's team. This is just players. Yeah. All right, guys. So at 5.5, I'll give you 4 options. You pick which one you feel is the best. Alan Saint Maxima in midfield could be a shout. But in my opinion, Nick Pope, guys, Kieran Tierney, Ben Chilwell, and who else at 5.5 is? Let me see if we can find another good, right? Kieran Tierney, Ben Chilwell. We've got Gomez from Liverpool. I don't think he's going to. Tarkowski. Somebody said Tarkowski, Baldock. All these Sheffield defenders. So there's lots of options here, guys. But in my opinion, let's shortlist it down to Nick Pope, Kieran Tierney, and Ben Chilwell. So what do you think, guys? Callan says Enda Stevens. Peter says Matip. If Matip plays all the season, he could, but yeah, he gets attacking returns as well. But I'm just not sure. I think they're going to rotate between Gomez and Matip, and I think he's just too injury prone. Matip, he gets injured as well a lot. So at 5.5, guys, what do you think we go with Chilwell, right? It's not going to be anybody's piece of cake at this moment in time, but I think if Chilwell gets fit very soon for Chelsea, I think he could end up getting the maximum amount of points. I think there's no doubt about it. So in my opinion, guys, I hope you agree with me, Kieran Tierney and Ben Chilwell are the best options. And if you're looking at an option for now, you could go with Kieran Tierney, but Ben Chilwell is a decent shout for the entire season. Peter says Matip is better than Gomez. No, I agree with you. I think Matip scores more goals and he has an attacking threat and a better defender overall. But I'm just not sure about if he's going to start all the games, Peter. So for now, let's go with Chilwell, guys. And if somebody's looking at a player now, I'm just going to just put Tierney in here, just in case somebody comes late to the stream and he thinks, what is this guy doing putting a couple of injured players in his team? But the Ben Chilwell and Kieran Tierney for now. Yeah, I agree with you, Peter. Let's give Joel Matip an honorable shout. Yeah, so for me the choice is Chilwell. I have just not put him in the team because if somebody comes to the stream and later on he sees these players, they could be confused about why I'm doing that. Alright, I think time to move on. 6 million, fellas. The best range, like here everything starts to converge. You've got midfielders, amazing strikers in this price range. So we go to all players and we go to 6 million. Not Tierney. Okay. So my friends, what do you think? Mitrovic, Alisson, Ederson. I mean, look at the options, friends. This could be lots of options here, right? Doherty, Matt Doherty. What do you think? Luca Dean. So this now it gets interesting. Luca Dean, Mitrovic, Shea Adams from Southampton could be one, right? Shea Adams is a very decent shout. Luca Dean is definitely a shout. A couple of keepers as well here, but I don't think anybody wants to get a Liverpool keeper or a Manchester City keeper. Possibly Manchester City keeper if you don't want to get 3 players. Ederson could be a set and forget. He was the Golden Glove last season. What's not to like about Ederson? So it could be a decent shout, but I think at 6 million we can do better. The only doubt I have about Matt Doherty, guys, is that do you think he's going to be kind of adjusted with the team as soon as he just joins Spurs and he starts for them? Wolves play a very different system to what Spurs play with the Mourinho, so that could be a little bit of a concern. But if I had to just go on the stats and the player itself, I think my call would be Matt Doherty, easily. What about Aspilicueta, friends? John says Rodrigo. Siapit says Aurier. Aurier is going to leave for AC Milan. I think they're looking for a deal to kind of, they think he's going to leave. So the shout is Rodrigo. Lucas says Rodrigo. So we've got a couple of shouts for Rodrigo from Leeds. He's just joined them, the Spanish forward. So Laporte, guys, what about Laporte? I think I'm very interested in Laporte as well. So I think Laporte is a decent shout. Matthias says I think Aspi will play centre back. I agree. I think Reece James is going to get a lot of game time on right back. I think Aspilicueta is going to play centre back because the only one they signed is Malang Sarr, and I think he's too young to kind of just come straight into the team. That's the only position they did not properly strengthen, guys. So they've got like Zuma, Antonio Rudiger, Christiansen, but I think Aspilicueta is a better centre back than all of them, in my opinion, right? Callan says if Everton do well, Luca Dean. Alright, so the short list, guys. In keepers, Ederson, Alisson, no issues, but I think you can, if you want, you can go with Ederson or Alisson, but we're moving on to midfield. So in midfield, guys, and defense, Luca Dean, Matt Doherty. Who is a good option at 6 million from midfield? Let's have a look. John Lundstrom? No. McNeil could be one. Could be a decent one. I have my eye on McNeil for this season. But in forward options, guys, we've got Che Adams, Mitrovic. Matheus Pereira from West Bromwich Albion could be a decent shout, right? But he's unproven in the Premier League. Could be a decent shout, guys. Matheus Pereira from West Brom. I think he's 6 million. There you go. 6 million. Matheus Pereira could be a decent shout from West Bromwich Albion, but not compared to Luca Dean and all these guys. So alright, so I'll give you 5 options, guys. You select. John says Fraser. James Ward-Prowse is a decent shout. Sirish Puri, welcome to the live stream. He says I joined late, but no problem. I welcome you. Fraser is a good shout. No, I agree with you. I think Fraser is a decent shout. We just don't know how he's going to do for Newcastle. Whether he's going to start straight away, because he played at the same position in which Alan St. Maxima plays for them, guys. So it could be a little bit of a tweaking going on for Newcastle, because Fraser cannot play over Alan St. Maxima. So either he plays at 10 or he plays on the right wing. I don't think there's a chance for him to play on the left wing. Doucouré, I think he's the kind of defensive midfielder, maybe 80 points this season. I don't think he's going to be the highest point scorer at 6 million. Alright, guys, so the choices between Doherty, Luca Dean, Mitrovic, Che Adams, and who was the other one? Ward-Prowse. Alright, there you go. So that's your choice, my friends. Go for it. Take it away. Oh yeah, Laporte, of course. Yeah, that was my first pick. So Laporte, Doherty, Luca Dean, Ward-Prowse, Mitrovic, Che Adams, and Ryan Fraser. Okay, let's put Ryan Fraser in there. Take your pick, my friends. Which one do you think is going to score the maximum points this season? FPL Bear says Luca Dean. Soman says Dwight McNeil. Good shout. Siapit says Ward-Prowse. Sher Bahadur says who should be the third striker? Not right now, my friend. Dame says Mitrovic. Matea says Laporte. So do you think that Laporte is going to be the player valued at 6 who's going to score the maximum amount of points this season? Che Adams will be the new Ings. Yeah, that could be a decent shout. Napoli's Balders. Justin is like 4.5. We're talking about only 6 million players. Sher Bahadur. So 6 million player who's going to score the maximum amount of points. Hey Dylan Sarkar, welcome to the live stream. I'm so glad you're here. Rodrigo. Okay, so let's go with in midfield we don't have too many shouts for players. So what do you think, guys? Let's narrow it down to 3 players. Forwards, I think out of the 6 million forwards, we've got Jordan Ayew, Mitrovic, and Che Adams, right? I think out of these three, Mitrovic is going to score the maximum amount of points. I'm not sure about Che Adams, but you know, he was in good form at the end of the season, don't get me wrong. But out of these three, I think Mitrovic is going to score the maximum amount of points. But is he going to score more points than Doherty and Dean? And maybe Azpilicueta? I don't think so. And maybe Laporte, right? So we're again down to defenders. You know, we keep talking about forward and stuff. Telles, if Alex Telles comes to Wolves, I think he's going to be amazing. Soman says J. Rodriguez. Yeah, but do you think he's going to start for Burnley every game, Soman? That's the question. If Fulham sign a good creative midfielder, they signed Mario Lemina. I'm not sure if he's a creative midfielder, but yeah, that's who they signed. I think they're going for Emil Smith-Rowe of Arsenal. If they sign him, it could be a decent shout, right? All right. Martin says Telles. I think that's a good shout. Right. All right, guys. 6 million. Doherty, Dean, Laporte, and Mitrovic. Let's go for it. Take it away, guys. And let me have a drink of water. I agree with Martin. He says Pereira and Eze have good potential, but let's stick with the four players for now. Mitrovic, Laporte, Dean, Doherty. Take it away, guys. It's all yours. I think let's go with. What do you think if we go with Luca Dean? I'll give you my opinion about Luca Dean. Everton have strengthened so much. They've got James Rodriguez. They've got Allen from Napoli. They've got Abdoulaye Doucouré. They're looking to sign Tomori on loan from Chelsea, and Luca Dean takes set pieces and stuff. So I'm leaning towards Luca Dean, or Ricardo Pereira could be a decent shout, but he's injured. We're not sure when he's going to come back. It could be a decent shout, of course, but I'm not sure Leicester is going to be as good as they were last season, Sumesh. So, what do you say, guys? I'd say we go with either we go with Laporte or Luca Dean. We're down to two, my friends. We're down to two. Laporte, Luca Dean. Which one? Okay, fair enough. Let's go with Luca Dean. Mitrovic has matured a lot. No, I agree with you, Sid. I agree, definitely. I think Mitrovic is going to be a really good 6 million striker. But I think in the long run, I think Luca Dean is going to score more points than Mitrovic this season. So there you go, my friends. That doesn't look a bad defense in it without Trent Alexander-Arnold in it. That is one category where we've got no discussions to make. I'm so happy with that. All right, moving on, my friends. Yeah, Danforth, I agree with you. I think Everton are going to be good both ways. Last season, I don't think they had a really bad defense in terms of XG and like expected goals and stuff. Or they conceded one goal in every game, losing their clean sheets. But I think Ancelotti has made their defense really, better as compared to what it was before. DJ Bhaskar says Doherty will have a clean sheet. No, I agree with you. Bhaskar. But this is for the entire season. I think over the entire season, Doherty and Digne can be really close to one another. 6.5 million, fellas. Let's take it away, friends. 6.5 million. Who is the best player in FPL at 6.5 million? Who's going to score the maximum points? Take it away, my friends. Matthew Danforth says Dean may lose his free kick for James. Virgil van Dijk says FPL Bear. Okay, that's a decent shout. All the Liverpool defenders are going to be, easily a kind of, Danforth says 6.5 million James Ward-Prowse. I think James Ward-Prowse is 6 million if I'm not wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I put somebody in by mistake. I don't know. Anyways, so let's move forward. Antonio for West Ham. Sagar says Foden will be a real gem. Guys, if Foden starts every game, we do not need to look any further. Guys. Phil Foden, the way he played for Manchester City after the restart, it was amazing, right? And if Phil Foden is a regular for Manchester City, I don't think we need to look anywhere else. 6.5 million will go to Phil Foden, but I am not sure about his starting credentials. What about Virgil van Dijk, my friends? 6.5 million defender. How many points did he get last season? 170, I guess? 178. Oh my god, like 6.5, 178 points. What do you think about Callum Wilson compared to Virgil van Dijk? Do you think he's going to score anywhere as close to Virgil van Dijk in Newcastle? 6.5 million. Callum Wilson could be a decent shout, friends. I think he could be, but I think still, in my personal opinion, I think Virgil van Dijk will outscore Callum Wilson. Pierre Bahadur says Mitrovic will score more with 6.5 million. No, I agree with you, but I think Dinia is a pick for 6 million for now. We can update it after we complete the picks. We can update it. We can refresh it. Let's move on to 6.5 now. Traore, Jota, guys. What about Diogo Jota? He was a fantastic option when he was a forward. Now he gets one more point to score a goal, right? He gets one more point for a clean sheet. Do you think Diogo Jota could be a good choice? What do you think about Diogo Jota, my friends? Take it away, guys. What do you think about Diogo Jota? I think Diogo Jota could be a very, very good shout. I mean, you know, could be a decent shout, right? We need to evaluate all the options. Better about Manchester City players. Okay, so I'll just tell you. Sagar says 5.5 million Saka. Guys, at 5.5 million, I forgot to mention, and it was a very, very brilliant option in Bukayo Saka. I think Bukayo Saka is a very good player. It's a very decent option at 5.5 million. But I think there are players who are going to score more than him. Then that is the reason we did not select him in the team. But just, you know, we're discussing all the players, so you know all the best options in every price range, right? Okay. So we're already 1 hour into the stream. I need to hurry up. I'm rambling a little bit. Let's move on, my friends. Okay, 6.5. What do you say, guys? We go for Virgil van Dijk. Peter says it's all done. 6.5 Van Dijk, 7 Robertson, 7.5 Trent Alexander-Arnold. I would say that's a pretty decent shout, guys. It would save us a lot of problem, right? Because I think at 7 million there is nobody better than Robertson. 6.5 Virgil van Dijk. And 7.5 Trent Alexander-Arnold. If anybody has a problem with that, then we can discuss it. If not, let's move on, right? Let's go on to 8 million and let's discuss some premiums, guys. What do you think? Shrikant says Robertson. Okay, in my opinion, guys, 7 million, you know, like 6.5 million Virgil van Dijk, 7 million Robertson, 7.5 Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think we can't go better than that, my friends. To be honest with you, let's go to 8 million. What do you suggest? Callan says Chris Wood is reliable. I agree with you. Definitely Chris Wood is reliable. I think Chris Wood could be a really good option, and I would tell you he would be in so many more teams if Burnley had a game week 1 fixture. The only reason Chris Wood is not in a lot of teams is because Burnley don't have a fixture in game week 1. If they did, honest with you, he would be in a lot of teams, right? Okay, so yeah, that's I think it's time to move on to, so we're decided. 7 million Robertson, 6.5 Van Dijk, 7.5 Trent Alexander-Arnold. Peter Cruz says Greenwood at 7.5 million. That's a brilliant shout, guys. 7.5 million Mason Greenwood, playing in midfield this season. Remember, he gets 1 more point for a goal. He gets 1 more point for a clean sheet. Mason Greenwood, can he match Trent Alexander-Arnold? What do you think? I think Greenwood could be a decent pick, but I think that Trent Alexander-Arnold is still going to get more points than Greenwood. Bailey says no. Sagar says Zayt. So I guess Greenwood can be given an honorable mention, but Trent Alexander-Arnold takes the crown. Take it away, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let's go on to 8 million, friends. Okay. So 8 million, guys. Let's talk about 8 million. I'll tell you the options, right? Let's go and see the options. And this is where it gets interesting, my friends. 8 million. We're getting close to the premiums, right? So no defenders anymore. No goalkeepers anymore. Off you go. Willian, Nicholas Pepe, Hakim Ziyech could be a decent shout. Hakim Ziyech, Richarlison could be a very good shout as well. So what do you think, my friends? Who do you think is the best pick at 8 million in the forwards as well as midfielders? Dele Alli, guys. What do you think about Dele Alli? Nobody mentioned him. There you go. The Guru mentioned him. Dele Alli, I think, is a very good shout. Suresh Puri mentioned him as well. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So there you go. So we've got Richarlison. We've got Dele Alli. What do you think about Pepe? As mine, I don't understand. You say BINOD. I don't understand what that means. I'm so sorry. Lionel Binod. Okay, so that must be something interesting, but I don't understand. So agree with Guru. Dele Alli, Ziyech, Nicholas Pepe, Willian, guys. Willian could be a decent shout. Peter Cruz says Pepe is not good. No, but Anteater, we're talking about 8 million. Havertz and Pulisic are 8.5. We get to that. At the moment, we're talking about 8 million, and the price range is 8 million. Okay, so Willian rotation, Gylfi Sigurdsson. No, I think there are better options. Gylfi is very cheap this season, isn't it, guys? I think he's... How much is Gylfi Sigurdsson? I'm so sorry. I'm rambling. I apologize to you. I just need to check this because... where is Sigurdsson? What did I do wrong? I'm so sorry. I don't understand. But where is Gylfi Sigurdsson? Okay, he's not in the game. I don't know where he is. There you go. 7 million. He's 7 million. So yeah, decent shout. But in my opinion, not for the highest scoring player, but he's good. James Rodriguez straight into my team. Cool, that's fine. So at 8 million, guys, I think Dele Alli and Hakim Ziyech are the two players that we are having our shortlist on. Okay. What about Richarlison, guys? Richarlison is so basically 3 options, guys. Take your picks quickly so we can move on. Richarlison, Hakim Ziyech, and who was the other one? Dele Alli. There you go. Right? So Dele Alli is a proven quantity in the Premier League. Danforth has a really awesome point. He says he's proven. Ziyech is not proven. So that's a point for Dele Alli. What about Richarlison, guys? But I've got... Look at that. Everybody is just saying Hakim Ziyech. I mean, that's crazy, guys. I mean, if you ask me, I would definitely 100% I would pick Dele Alli over Hakim Ziyech. Anteater says James Rodriguez if allowed 7.5. Anteater, I think the 7.5 million category was sealed and already closed by Trent Alexander-Arnold. But I agree with you, it's a good shout. Manash says Richarlison is a striker. Guys, I think it's in my opinion, I would go with Dele Alli, but I have to listen to my viewers. I have to go with you, whatever you say. So since everybody's saying Ziyech, I'd pick Ziyech, guys. But I'm telling you very, very clearly, in my opinion, Dele Alli is going to be the maximum point scorer. In the 8 million bracket. Oops, let me just pick Ziyech. Damn it, I picked the wrong player. I was gonna pick Ziyech. He's injured as well, guys. You want to change your mind? I hope not. All right, there you go. Okay, I just put them both in. So Anteater says Ali is finished. I think he's performing really well this season, and under Mourinho he was doing pretty well until he got injured. So let's not count him out. I think he can be good. I'm an Arsenal fan, guys. For the love of God, I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm telling you that Dele Alli is a good option. You should listen to me. Anyways, Manash says Willian could be a good pick, but yeah, I agree with you. Willian could be a decent pick. I just want to see how he plays for Arsenal. So yeah. Shrikant says, I believe there are only Chelsea fans here today. That's true. But the host, guys, the host is an Arsenal fan. That's enough, right? Anteater says I'm an Arsenal fan. Anyways, okay, there you go, guys. I think 8 million category, locked and loaded. Dele Alli and Hakim Ziyech are having a battle. They're gonna tell us who won. Let's move forward. 8.5. Guys, it's locked for me already. You tell me your options, then I tell you my option. But for me, 8.5 million is locked. Gossip says, what about Pepe? I think Pepe is good option. Let's see how he plays, but I don't think he will be the maximum point scorer at 8 million. If he is, I would be the happiest person in the world. 8.5, guys, for me it's locked. I'll tell you my option, but I wanna listen to what you have to say. Here, let me show you some of the players who played well last season. 8.5 gonna be a very, very competitive one. Riyad Mahrez, my friends. Willian. Who else is 8 million? How can I just is there a way to select a player just by his price? All right, there you go. That was easy, right? Midfielders. Okay, so let's talk about midfielders. Mahrez, Kai Havertz, and Pulisic are 8.5. And hey guys, nobody talked about Pogba, guys. 8 million. I think we're all ignoring him. I think he's a decent option as well. So yeah. So we've got Pulisic, Havertz, and Mahrez in 8.5 million. Let's go to the forwards. We've got Jimenez, obviously we all know. And who else? Who else we got at 8.5? Lacazette, not for me. Danny Ings, guys. Amazing shouts. There you go. We narrow it down to 5 options that are essentially the only options in the game. So let's go. Mahrez, Pulisic, Ings, Jimenez. There you go. You can't say it has to be Mahrez. For me, the option is locked, guys. I'll tell you why I wouldn't choose Mahrez. Mahrez is not locked on. Pep Guardiola is a troll, and Gandalf is my friend. I am a wizard, and Gandalf. I'm gonna tell Gandalf to turn those troll that Pep Guardiola into a rock. You know, I think Mahrez is going to be rotated. That's the only problem. If not, Mahrez, go for it. In my opinion, at 8.5 million in midfield, Pulisic. In forwards, Jimenez. That's my pick. Now there's a shout for Danny Ings, but do you think Danny Ings can replicate the same season, guys? That's the very big question for all of us, right? So if you think Danny Ings can replicate the form, we can go with Danny Ings. I'm sorry, I banged on my mic. So yeah, Jimenez, Ings, Pulisic. We're down to 3, my friends. Kai Havertz, I've seen some shouts for Kai Havertz, but I just think that Kai Havertz is new in the Premier League, so let's wait and watch how he does. Sometimes new players are not the best at adapting, although I've heard a lot of good things about Kai Havertz from Chelsea training and stuff. But still, guys, I think let's stick to the tried and tested ones, because we do not know how Kai Havertz is gonna be, right? So yeah. Vicky says this reason I like city rotation is for dopamine fix when it pays off. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. No Ings will not get back to his old form, says 8 facts. McBurney will fire up the Premier League. Everyone will pick him. 8 facts is a Sheffield United fan, guys. I'm telling you, McBurney scored 1. How many goals did he score in the Premier League last season? 2? 3? I'm not sure. But yeah, if he does, all props to you, my friend. All props to you. Okay, so guys, we're down to 3. Jimenez, Ings, and who else? Pulisic, guys. If you ask me, I go with Pulisic. If Pulisic stays fit for the entire season, if he plays all the games, the way Chelsea look this season, guys, I think Pulisic can be amazing, right? So yeah, we've got 2 names going around. Mahrez has corona, that's true. I don't think Mahrez is going to be starting the season, but I wouldn't go with Mahrez anyway. I mean, he could, guys, the wonderful thing about Riyad Mahrez is that he doesn't even need to start, and he can still be the highest point scorer in that category. Can you believe that? It's so unbelievable, right? But that's the truth. But let's stick with players who are going to start. So in my opinion, Pulisic and Jimenez are the last 2 options. Take it away, guys. Take it away. And while you're here, my friends, please click on the subscribe button. Look at the top of the screen. I've put this. I've put my subscriber goal, and we are very far away from it. So I need your help to get to my subscriber goal. So any of you who have not subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button, and I'll make sure you get lots of FPL content this season. And I hope you enjoy the content of course. So please like the video, please hit the subscribe button, and your name is going to appear on the screen, and so that's an added bonus for all of you. So thank you so much for you who liked and subscribed. I appreciate it. Move on. Jimenez, Pulisic, Priyan, thank you for subscribing. So yeah, Jimenez and Pulisic, guys, which one? Come on, let's just move on. I'm inclined to go with Pulisic, but do you think Jimenez is the better pick? Could be a better pick, right? I think he could be a better pick, Jimenez, because we're not sure if Pulisic is fit or is he's going to stay fit. You know, a little bit of a doubt about stuff. So, in my opinion, Jimenez and Pulisic are going to get similar amount of points, right? But I'm going to go with the Pulisic at 8.5. The reason being, guys, I think last season Jimenez we didn't have any options in that category at 8.5. I think this season we've got better options, right? Okay, so in my opinion, Pulisic, guys. But dang, look at how many injured players we are selecting, guys. What if they were all fit, right? when he is gonna be back, hamstring, right? But anyways. Alright, let's move on, my friends. I've selected Pulisic. I've given a very honorable mention, and I apologize to Jimenez for not selecting him, right? Okay, move forward, guys. 9 million. Okay, Jimenez and Pulisic, guys, both. I agree with all of you. I have no qualms about it. I think Jimenez and Pulisic are both good. I'll just put them both in the team for you, just for you guys, right? Let's move on. 9 million, my friends. Matea says Martial. Shrikant says, out of context, which part of the world are you from? I am from India, Shrikant. I am from Punjab in India. So yeah, that's where I'm from. Let's move on. Son. There you go, guys. We've got our we've got our 9 million option nailed on. Everybody says Son. No problems, my friends, in it. Martial. Yeah, so basically it's between Son and Martial. That's what you say. Danforth David Share says Son. Peter says Son. Guys, do you really think Son is going to outscore Martial this season? Honestly. Nepalese ballers, I'm sorry for the Streamlabs bot timing you out. Please just write the message in lowercase. Don't use caps. Sorry for that. Saurav says Werner. No, he's 9.5, Saurav. We're talking about 9 million. So Martial, Son. Guys, if you ask me, in my opinion, right, I think Martial is going to be Martial is going to outscore all the 9 million players. I think Martial is going to be on a really good form this season. So if you ask my opinion, I would pick Martial, but everybody's picking Son. So, you know, we can go with Son as well. I personally don't trust Son. For me, Son has trolled me so many times in FPL. I just do not trust the guy. I just cannot trust the guy. But, you know, we can go with Son or Martial. Both good options, right? So remember, guys, while we're doing this, we're having so much good discussion, and we're coming to such good points, and you know, it's gonna help us, right? It's gonna help, definitely gonna help us. And so at 9 million, let's put Son and Martial, guys. Let's just not waste too much time. I think my throat is gonna go soon, so I need to finish this this session for everybody else to see later. 9.5, my friends. Interesting option. I know what everybody's gonna say. I know everybody's gonna say Timo Werner at 9.5 million. Danforth, my rank last season was 90k, 90,000. The season before that, my rank was 500. So I like to tell my best rank. I never like to tell my rank, which is not that good. So, but yeah, I think it was fine. 90,000 was fine. 8 facts is convincing us to get McBurney, guys. If McBurney fires, I'm going to give a shout out to 8 facts on my video after the season. Agree. So 9.5, guys, I'll tell you the options. You make the decision. The viewers get the chance to pick which one you think is the best. See, everybody's saying Timo Werner, but guys, Marcus Rashford, you know, amazing option. Roberto Firmino, anybody? Any takers? I mean, Gabriel Jesus could be a decent option, right? What do you think, guys? Okay, Gabriel Jesus, Firmino. I don't think Firmino is going to be the guy who scores the maximum points. Werner is kind of an unproven quantity in it. So what do you think? We go with Timo Werner? Do you think we should go with Marcus Rashford? I think Marcus Rashford had a breakthrough season last season. I think he was pretty good. So Anirudh Kulkarni says Werner. Danny says Werner, no competition. Guys, I'm not sure if at 9.5 million, is Timo Werner going to be the 9.5 million player who scores the maximum amount of points? Do you think? Don't you think Gabriel Jesus can get close to him? Don't you think Rashford can do it? What's your opinion about that, guys? Rashford should be great, but Werner will score higher, says Girid. That's the first message I saw from you, Girid. So welcome to the live stream. I hope you're enjoying your stay. Yeah, it's so basically, guys, we're down to 2. Gabriel Jesus, although a good option, but maybe rotation with the Aguero could be a problem there a little bit. So let's not go to Gabriel Jesus for now. Let's stick with Rashford or Timo Werner. What do you say, guys? Cher says Werner will score 20 plus goals. I can tell he is a Chelsea fan. Honestly, he's named every Chelsea player: Hakim Ziyech, Pulisic, Werner. No, I agree, guys. Werner is an amazing player. But Rashford can be a great differential. Just think about it, you know? So both good options. Let me put both names. Let's not dilly-dally too much, because he's a midfielder and he's a forward. So we can go with Werner as number 1, Rashford as number 2. Guys, you know how I make my life easier? 10 million option, my friends. Can you give me any 10 million option? I'll give you one. Jamie Vardy. You know why? Because there's only one 10 million player. You see, that's the best thing that can happen, right? Amazing. So the only 10 million player is Jamie Vardy, guys, and I've selected him. I'm sorry. No other options. FPL, you are so cruel. Alright, moving on, my friends. Jamie Vardy, 10 million, done. 10.5, very interesting option, guys. Very interesting option in this category, and this is the one which we really need to talk about. Let's see. Bruno Fernandes. There you go. Harry Kane and Sergio Aguero, guys. This is the fight that deserves a long discussion, but we have to be quick. Give me one name out of Aguero, Kane, and Fernandes who's going to score the most amount of points, man. Come on, guys. Let's see. I think this is going to be an interesting one, to be honest with you. See, I see a lot of messages. Danforth, I agree with you. Danforth says Rashford is a better pick than Timo Werner. I agree with you, mate. I have picked both of them just a little bit, you know, because everybody was saying Werner, so I gave the first spot to Werner, but I think it's a decent shout. But anyways, moving on. Everybody's saying Bruno because he takes penalties from Manchester United. Guys, have you forgotten what Kane and Aguero can do? I mean, come on. Yeah, guys, Kane, it's Harry Kane we're talking about. Sergio Aguero, the love of all FPL managers. This guy has the ability to score 5 goals in one game. A heart of every attack, says Priyan. I said I'd rather pick Rashford than Fernandes. Oh, Danforth. Okay, I agree with you. I see what you mean. But in my opinion, I would pick Bruno Fernandes over Rashford, because I think the penalty taking duties are now well and truly with Bruno, and that's a very important thing, because United get a lot of penalties. Not accusing anybody, just saying, guys, just saying. Okay, so Mourinho will play Kane as a defensive midfielder, says Cher. Nice shout. Bruno came from Sporting. Okay, there you go. Soman is singing the song. Kane and Aguero also take penalties and offer more. Okay, let me tell you one thing, guys. The one thing to notice about Bruno is he's going to get 1 more point for every goal, 1 more point for a clean sheet. So Bruno can be a decent shout, right? Peter says, when fit, Aguero is unstoppable. Agree with you, man. No qualms about it. But what do you say, guys? We need to get to a decision. I think all 3 options are good in it. But I think the way Bruno started last season, and if Manchester United are good this season as well, I think Bruno could be a very, very good shout. What do you think? Aguero less minutes as a killer. If I was sure Aguero is going to play all the minutes, guys, I would just put Aguero in the team, locked and loaded. Problem is, he's moving on in age. Gabriel Jesus is getting more minutes. He gets injured. Aguero gets injured as well. So that's the only problem. Otherwise, so Kane versus Bruno Fernandes. What do you say, guys? Kane or Bruno Fernandes? Let's see, guys. Let's quickly. 8 fact says, is Van de Beek in starting 11? Yeah, I'm not sure about Van de Beek, but you know, he's recently come, so not sure about it. So Gossip says both, and that's a good shout, guys. You can get both for your team, right? Kane, Bruno Fernandes, both. No problems with that. I think all three of them have not a problem, but Aguero has rotation risk, so Kane and Bruno Fernandes both nailed on for their teams. I think both are good options. Kane plays for Spurs, who are poor. I agree with you, but I think Spurs are going to be better this season. You know, they possibly, it can go both ways. Spurs can be worse, they can be better, but Kane is going to score goals, and that's my point. Your bias here as only midfield spots remain. Oh, don't worry about don't worry about that. It's not my bias, my friend. I'm trying to be fair, right? It's not my bias. It's your team, guys. It's the team of my viewers. It's not my team, you know. So it's my team plus with your inputs as well. So guys, that's the whole point, right? I'll keep one midfield spot, guys, and you know what's coming next, right? I'll keep one midfield spot for you. And now there's going to be a big problem, but let's move on to 11.5, my friends. So Fernandes and Kane, right? Kane doesn't seem to be fit as he put... Yeah, I agree with you. I put Kane on second. I put Fernandes on first, my friends. Girid says, I banter. Yeah, Girid is a regular to the stream. I really appreciate you guys staying with me for such a long time. I tend to ramble a little bit, guys, but see, I think we are getting to the end very quickly, right? So 11 point, no, Peter says, is there an 11 million player in FPL? Guys, there is no 11 million player in FPL. You know, it's kind of strange. They could have given us Aubameyang for 11 million and all our teams would be so much better. But no, they don't want to give us any 11 million player. There you go, nobody. 11.5, we got 2, guys. And I'll tell you my opinion about that. Let's just select Kevin De Bruyne, move on. Honest with you, you know, I think Kevin De Bruyne, PFA player of the season, amazing player, can get assists, takes penalties sometimes, you know, scores goals. Go for Kevin De Bruyne. Everybody says KDB. See, guys, we have a unanimous decision here in the chat. Let's go for Kevin De Bruyne, my friends. I think. Not a problem, right? Okay, so we go with De Bruyne. I'm sorry, there you go. And let's come to the last point. Peter Cruz says Sterling. I mean, you can go with Sterling, Peter, but in my opinion, guys, this is my personal opinion, in game week 3, Kevin De Bruyne is coming straight into my team. Danforth is mentioning that that miss that Sterling had against Lyon. At 12 million, guys. So in my opinion, let's just put Kevin De Bruyne for now. Since there are 2 players, you know, it's just a very small choice and a personal choice as well, guys. If you want to go with the differential, go Raheem Sterling. If you want to go with the, you know, if you want to go with a tried and tested and a player which you must own because his ownership is going to be close to 50%, go with Kevin De Bruyne, my friends. What about 12 million, friends? A player, a striker, turned a midfielder, getting 1 more point for every goal, taking penalties, getting 1 more point for a clean sheet. Do we need to discuss this, guys? Come on, tell me, guys. Toby says, do we really need Robertson or Trent Alexander-Arnold? Of course. And we need Trent Alexander-Arnold. No team is complete without Trent Alexander-Arnold. Although Joshua Bull didn't have Trent Alexander-Arnold for a very long time, and you know, guys, no player is essential in FPL. But you know, just for the sake of discussion, I always say Trent Alexander-Arnold is essential, kind of. All right, guys, Salah and Mane and Aubameyang, three names. All three options are really good, and in my opinion, we are going to have two of them in our teams for the most part of the season, right? Possibly, right? Not necessary, but possibly. I think Kevin De Bruyne and one of these three is the real combination that is going to happen for the large part of the season. So 111.5 midfielder plus 112 million. Which one would you go for? Salah, Mane, Aubameyang. Mane and Aubameyang might work this time, says Naman. Welcome to the live stream, Naman. This is the first message I saw from you, so yeah, I welcome you to the stream. Danford David says, Salah ain't leaving my team for the whole season. I'm of the same opinion, my friend. I like Salah a lot. Saurav says, which of these two is best? Saurav, I'm just gonna finish this, and then we're gonna come to the questions. Aubameyang says, Matea, Vardy is a differential, yet scores most weeks. Yeah, Werner and Vardy are too good to ignore. I agree with all the points. For now, let's focus on, friends, Aubameyang and Salah and Mane. Which one do you think is the best? Go for it, guys. Take it away. In my opinion, guys, let me tell you, if Aubameyang was a midfielder last season, do you know how many points would he have? Just an average, right? I can't figure it out with the bonus points and all that stuff, but I did a few calculations, and if Aubameyang was hang on, where is Aubameyang? There you go. If Aubameyang was a forward last season, guys, he would have 237 points, guys. Let's see all players total points. There you go. So what was the maximum points? 251. 233 is the second highest. Aubameyang would have 237 points last season if he was a midfielder last season, friends. So I am a little biased. I'm an Arsenal fan. I give you that. I'm not discounting that. But to be honest with you, I think if you keep Aubameyang for the entire season, which I think is a very difficult thing to do because this is a streaky player, he scores for some matches and then he goes, totally quiet, and then whenever you transfer him out of the team, then he's gonna score again. So either you keep him in your team, you don't play like hocus pocus with this guy. Either you keep him or you don't keep him. Otherwise he's going to keep trolling you, because when you bring him in, he's not gonna score, and when you take him out, he's gonna score. This is gonna be a big problem, my friends. But let's go with it, guys. Let's which one do you think is going to score the maximum points? Just give me one name in the chat. Waiting for all of you. Salah. Gossip One says Salah. Toby really wants to talk about other topics, but right now I'm going to be focused on this 8 facts I kept. Aubameyang, he was amazing. I agree with you, my friend. So I've got Salah, I've got Aubameyang. Danforth says Salah. It's kind of Aubameyang is shit, says Toby. That's definitely your own opinion, my friend. I have nothing against it. Salah, says Peter Cruz. Okay, so I think we have. I think Mane is out of this discussion. I think, guys, Mane is a very, very good shout. Do not discount him just because he has low ownership. Don't ignore Mane. But let's rank them by how much we think they're gonna score. I think Salah or Aubameyang is going to be number 1. I think Mane is going to be number 3. So basically, in my opinion, Salah or Aubameyang can get the maximum amount of points. Mane is going to get the third maximum amount of points. Mane is a really good option. If he gets 10 points less than them, that doesn't make him a bad player, of course, right? He's amazing. No problems. Buckshot says Mane looks more hungry, and I agree with him. Mane, even in preseason, Salah hasn't looked that hungry. Mane has looked better, my friends. But we have to. N12468 says breaking news: Barca announced Messi to City. Oops, the Streamlabs again muted him. Anyways, I'm sorry, my friend. I read your message. So, in my opinion, guys, based on all the decisions and all the calls, I think let's go with Salah. but I will go with Aubameyang as a close second. You know, I am an Arsenal fan, guys. Just remember that before you come to any conclusions. But you know, but I think Aubameyang and Salah are amazing players, guys. Just that you can keep Salah because he plays for a better team for longer. You know, as compared to Aubameyang, because Aubameyang is a streaky player. You might have a little bit of a problem with that, right? So, guys, we actually managed to get to the end of this, right? And I'll just give you my list as I'm talking to you. I'm actually typing my list, and I'll give you my list as soon as possible, and you will have it on the screen, and you can see which players we have selected. And you know, it's good for us because you all of you can then, you know, just take that list and discuss and pick your teams. By the way, my video about team selection is going to be coming out tomorrow. My final team, guys. I'm not going to reveal my team here. That's for another, you know, another video, another time. But what I say is that, guys, you know, just look at these players that we have managed to select. We've all had lots of fun discussing and stuff. You know, worst player of the season. All right, oopsie. I'm so sorry. This goddamn Streamlabs is always just. Sorry for the screen, guys. I need to do something about it. There you go. I'm so sorry. The screen went for a second. So, guys, which is the worst player of the season? Which is the worst player of the season? What do you think? 6 million. We had Dean and Doherty. So almost my list is almost ready. There could be a few omissions. I think 5.5 million. I have to put in Pope. Right. So Nick Pope is in here, guys. The list is ready. I'm just gonna post it for you guys to see. Who else? Pulisic, 8.5 million. Who else did we select? Oh yeah, Jimenez, of course. There you go. So that completes my list, and it's ready for me to post, and you can all have a look. You know, I think it was a decent session, guys. It was much more fun than I hoped it would be, and you know, we had so much engagement, so many few. Actually, I'm so thankful to you that you came and you actually participated in this stream. It was so much fun. So I'm not sure why my screen keeps going, but just I'll try to fix it, guys. Just sometimes this happens, and we just need to go with it, right? Mane starts the season stronger, says G-Red. Firmino is the puzzle that connects. No, I agree with that. Firmino, guys, is an amazing player. Hello? I hope you can hear me. So Firmino is an amazing player. No problems with that. Just the only problem with Firmino is it doesn't get too many FPL points, right? So just give me a second, guys. I'm ready with I'm ready with my screen, and I'll share it with you so that you can have a look really quickly. Can you hear me, guys? Is my voice gone? I hope you can hear me. I can't hear myself. So Raja says new microphone. Buckshot says great session. Thank you so much, Buckshot. It was a really long session. My throat is not the best, but guys, I tried my best to give you an entertaining session because I love talking about FPL, right? One thing I love is talking about FPL with all of you, and that is the thing that I wanted to do today, because the season is coming, right? We all need to talk about FPL. There you go. Just one more second and the list will be ready, and you can have a look at what we managed to achieve today, my friends. There you go. So there you go. FPL visit, I will leave, but you are amazing. Please don't forget about McBurney and the shout out. It says 8 facts. Yeah, 8 facts. If McBurney scores so many goals, I think it's gonna be amazing. I'll definitely give you a shout out on my videos. So guys, this is the list that we managed to make. Just have a look. I mean, at 4 million, we've got Mitchell as well. I forgot to include him, but you know, 4.5 million was just so much crowded. I could not include all the 4.5 millions, but right, we discussed all of them. So it's not about just looking at this list. I just typed this list in really quickly, but we discussed all this, right? So that's important. So Jirit says, are you posting it on Twitter? Yeah, definitely. I think I'll just post it, but guys, just have a look, and this is all we managed to achieve today. So guys, if you had fun on the stream today, I would really appreciate if you like it and subscribe to the channel. Gonna be many more live streams this season, so please do subscribe. Please like the video so it can go to more people who can watch FPL. Share with your friends, and let's see my I'll tell you my purpose of this channel. I want to build a community, my friends. It's not only about YouTube and stuff. It's about a community where we can chat, where we can have fun, and where we can enjoy FPL together. The agony and the happiness, we can enjoy it together. That's FPL for me. It's a community, my friends. So I hope you all had fun. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a very long stream for me. My throat is fried a little bit, and I'll record a video for you tomorrow. And Peter Cruz says, have you thought about making Discord? I actually have a Discord. Would you guys like to join my Discord, my friends? Do you think I should give you do you think I should post a link for my Discord? Would you like to join? I can post a link for you for my Discord, guys. That's not a problem. And Danford says, yo bro, I don't know how you managed top 500. Yeah man, that was a brilliant season for me. That was a very nice season. I tried very hard with the stats and stuff, but I got lucky as well. At one hang on, I'll post my Discord for you guys. If you want to join, you're welcome to join. It was most of a private Discord, not many people. There you go, my friend. I posted my Discord in the chat. If you want to join, you're welcome to join, my friends. We're gonna build a community. We're gonna do this together, right? It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, so I added some of you as moderators who are regular to the live streams, guys, and I really thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon with the next video about FPL. I'm gonna be posting my team tomorrow, so make sure to watch the video. Thank you for being here, guys. I hope you had fun. Take care, have fun, stay safe. FPL Wizard signing out. Bye bye.